Hi, and thank you for joining us for this episode of Bid Market Update. I'm your host, Mark Supase. We're joined again today by certified M&A advisor and One Accord principal, Craig Dickens. Craig, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Mark.
Craig, in our last episode, you talked quite a bit about really dialing up revenue growth overall to maximize enterprise value. And you introduced us to the concept of grow fast and exit profitably. It's really an intriguing idea that you've come up with. Talk a little bit more about that.
You bet, Mark. I'm passionate about helping CEOs realize the American dream of building a company and selling it to the highest bidder. Sadly, 9.5 million businesses will be sold by baby boomers over the next 5 to 10 years, and only 2 out of 10 of those businesses will have an M&A event that we all dream of. 30% of all business owners will fail to have an exit event and ride the crest of their business life cycle all the way to liquidation because they didn't have a succession plan in place and an exit strategy.
You know, those numbers that you share are pretty remarkable, and yet I know from your past experience as a business owner and as a consultant, you've actually experienced this firsthand. Talk a little bit about that.
I have. Unfortunately, I had a friend about 8 years ago who was a little older than I was. He was actually a mentor, and he had a successful business. He had a heart attack at age 59, and because of the circumstances that he couldn't run the business, other people had to be called in to run it and liquidate the business, and he probably conservatively received about $8 million less because he didn't have a firm succession plan and an exit strategy in place.
So as surprising as those numbers are, why is that? I mean, isn't every entrepreneur's goal to sell their company to Google or some other big company?
That's the goal. But oftentimes we're so busy running our business and growing our business and managing customer expectations, dealing with suppliers. We're experts at dealing with our customers and providing them value, but we're not experts at seeing the value of our company and being able to package that for sale. That's where we have to bring in an advisor to help us maximize that value and position it for exit.
So then part of Grow Fast, Exit Profitably is to work with entrepreneurs to plan their exit, to maximize enterprise value so that they're ready to sell when the time comes.
We work hand in hand with CEOs to craft a program that has milestones along the way that they can make every business decision with the exit in mind. They grow the business with the exit in mind, they increase value with the exit in mind, and when it comes time to sell, we're able to bring maximum value to the table.
That's really interesting. Does every business owner that you end up working with sell the company?
You know, the interesting thing about that, Mark, is that the same principles apply whether you're keeping a company or whether you're selling a company. If you can put the metrics in place to grow the business, to maximize its efficiency, you don't have to sell. You can literally clip coupons.
Craig, if a business owner wants to get an idea of how sellable their business is right now, what would you recommend for them to do?
You know, as a courtesy to middle market companies anywhere from $5 to $30 million in revenue, I offer on my website a tool so that they can assess the sellability of their company. Whether you want to sell your company or keep it, it's really a powerful tool to see how you're performing.
And then what about larger companies? What's the advice there?
Larger companies are welcome to take the survey, but anyone over about $30 million in sales tends to have a more complex organization. So the best course there would probably be to give me a call. We can sit down and discuss the complexities and plan the next steps.
Craig, as always, good stuff. We appreciate your time. Thanks for being with us. And thank you for being with us for Mid-Market Update. We'll see you next time.